Well, a richly deserved England call-up for Anthony Gordon after what has been a superb season. On a personal note for Anthony Gordon, Newcastle have had some struggles this season with injuries, but Anthony Gordon has not been one of those players that's been in the treatment room. 39 appearances for Newcastle, 10 goals and 7 assists, absolutely delivering for the Magpies after that £40 million move from Everton last year. Some people question the price tag. Some people questioned his early performances. Some people questioned his temperament after a small disagreement with Eddie Howe on the touchline at Brentford. But every single one of those questions has been answered with credit as well on top of that, because Anthony Gordon has been a real success story at Newcastle, and that can't be lost. Many people's tip for player of the season, but to be recognised by a country, I think he'd be very proud of that. These days, England international squads, they seem to come and go, but for Anthony Gordon, that's an opportunity for him to stake a claim in the squad for next summer's European Championships. Obviously, England playing at St James's Park as well before they head off to Germany, so he could potentially be wearing an England shirt at St James's Park, which I'm sure he would absolutely relish. But first things first, he's got these two friendlies between Brazil and Belgium, and he'll be desperately trying to impress in those games. And if he does what he's done for Newcastle, then that shouldn't be a problem at all. There's a lot of talk about his injury going into this international announcement after he picked up a knee injury at Chelsea, went off, but after the game walked over the fans. Didn't look in too much discomfort compared to how we've seen some players after injury. But yeah, as I say, on Monday night we were told in good faith that the injury wasn't as bad as expected, or as bad as first feared, and consequently the England call-up confirms that he's been declared fit enough for selection. We'll have to wait and see if he's involved at Man City, but the signs are looking good that he could be playing at the Etihad Stadium. Newcastle are going to need him against a very tough Manchester City team, and really this is part of the feel-good factor for Anthony Gordon this season as well. He's, as I say, got those 10 goals for Newcastle, 1 in the FA Cup, 9 in the Premier League. So great reward for all that running this season that he's had in the absence of Alexander Isak, in the absence of Callum Wilson at times as well. So he's really stepped up to the plate. Still a young player, still with loads of potential, but fulfilling that potential for now by getting this England call-up. So congratulations to him. Newcastle now face Man City in the FA Cup. It's going to be a huge occasion, and I'm sure Anthony Gordon will be desperate to be part of that squad on Saturday night.